everyone. So here we are today on this next day. I just barely realized that I'm wearing a green shirt and with a green screen, and it kind of makes things look funny. I've got green dots on me. All right. So wow, how about yesterday, huh? So the Epic React launch was awesome. Super happy with how things have gone. We do have, unfortunately, a silly number of emails in support, and we're dealing with that. It's all hands on deck. I have like 200 notifications or mentions on Twitter that I'm working through, and a bunch of emails. So yeah, it's been kind of wild. Definitely overwhelming, more than we expected, but it's been going great. So yeah, and people have been going through it already. I've gotten some feedback on even the first workshop. A lot of people have actually already finished the first and seem to really like it a lot. So that's always quite nice to get that kind of feedback. So yeah, I'm going to be talking about just Epic React, kind of answering questions. I think I originally planned on having a specific subject here, but and maybe I will talk about some specific stuff. But we're going to start in the Discord and see what questions you all have while I kind of figure out what I wanted to. I think the video was titled something specific. Let me just look at that again really quick. Just Epic React, so kind of answering to the rule. I can't even remember what I was going to talk about. Oh, yep. Let me just look that up here really quick. Sorry, I'm just a little flustered because I've been answering people's questions and stuff all morning, and then I was like, oh shoot, I've got to get this going. So let me take a look at what I was supposed to talk about, and maybe I can talk about that while we wait for people to ask questions and stuff, because nobody's asked anything in the Discord yet. We have this channel. It's Epic React Live. Live stream questions. So if you have questions, go to the Discord and go to that channel. I opened it up so people should be able to comment. And I just got a couple. Okay, yeah, somebody just mentioned hook section was really mind blowing. Thanks, Thomas. That's great. Okay, here, and actually, thanks. Let me just mention this. We're live on YouTube right now. Ask questions in Epic React. Okay, cool. So let me just check here really quick. So this is Wednesday, and the live stream. We're not going to talk about that. I'm not exactly sure I can come up with that. So the title of this YouTube video is not entirely accurate. We're just going to talk about Epic React in general and see if I can answer any questions. I can talk about some frequently asked questions as we get started, just in case those of you who are watching now never saw you haven't seen these questions answered yet. And then I can see if Discord's got any additional questions. So let me share my screen. All right, here we go. So this is a Google Doc that I will paste in the Discord right here. FAQ. We are eventually going to add a frequently asked questions to the homepage, but this is a community-driven Google Doc, and it's awesome actually. Lots and lots of good stuff. So yeah, in general, if you have questions that you can't find answers to, then team+epicreact@kensiedodds.com is the email to send them to. Like I said at the beginning of the live stream, they've got over 200 emails. This morning it was 160, and now it's 200. And they've been working feverishly to get through those. So it's not always just a reply like, yeah, here's a link or whatever. Like they have to look into the account information and answer questions. So it takes some time. They're getting through that as quickly as they can. Yeah, so if you haven't received your login link, this has been happening quite a bit. We're just dealing with a lot of traffic. So try to get another login link at epicreactdev/login. And if that doesn't come after a minute or two, then you can send an email to support and just wait patiently and kindly. The launch sale discount is the only thing that's available and for a limited time. The 40% discount is now gone, and now we're down to a 30% discount. And you'll have this for the next 4 days, or 5 days. So that's still like a great discount. It's not an epic discount, but it's a great discount. So yeah, that's still available. You can still get a really awesome discount. And on top of that, we have purchase power parity, which basically means that if you're in a country that doesn't have like the purchasing power that the US dollar has, then you can get a much cheaper price. In some cases, like 80% discounts and stuff like that. So you'll find it just on this page. It'll have the purchase power parity discount there at the bottom that you can look at and hopefully enjoy. Just make sure you have ad blockers and tracking disabled. Make sure you're not on a VPN because those things mess with the tech that we use for geolocation. So yeah, and if it's still out of your budget, I've got like a silly amount of stuff that is available for free. And in fact, all of the repositories for Epic React are available for free on GitHub. So you can go through this material yourself if you want to. That is very intentional. And it's structured in a way that you should be able to go through it yourself without too much trouble. So yeah, hopefully that is helpful. I just realized that like there's something in the corner there. There we go. There we go. So, and then my blog, it's got just so much stuff and the articles, and I should add on here, and there's also HTTPS, KCD, Beginner React, which is a course on Egghead, a free React course on Egghead, as well as a lot of material on my blog and so on and so forth. Okay, the team tickets, this is another common question. When you buy a team ticket, you receive a link that you can that can be used for to register for the number of accounts you purchased. And the license that you get when you register is non-transferable, and you can't reassign a license from one person to another. You cannot buy individual modules. If you really only want a certain module, then just buy the tier that gives you access to those workshops, not modules, workshops. Workshop. And then you don't have to watch the workshops that you don't think that you need to. But I wouldn't recommend that. You will be surprised how much you can learn from those beginner or those first couple workshops. So I would strongly recommend you avoid skipping over that early stuff, even if you think you're total pro. Because I have total pros who take the early stuff and they're like, whoa, I learned a bunch of stuff. So yeah, you can customize the invoice. I'll show you how that works. So if you go down to the very bottom, sorry, my computer is going slow right now, and go to get your invoice, then you can type in anything like your VAT number or whatever else you want in here. This is great. And then when you say download or print the PDF, then that'll appear just right there. So yep, you can customize the invoice however you like. And you can gift the license to someone else. You simply click on this and then say their email at gmail.com or whatever their email is, and then enter your credit card information. I've heard that you may have to do some sort of validation where they'll send you a code and then you have to enter that in or something. I guess Stripe does that sometimes. And so if you do, then just tell them, hey, give me the code that they sent. And then, yeah. And then also make sure that if you're buying a purchase power parity license, that you're not buying it for a country where they cannot watch it. Otherwise, they won't be able to watch it. You can upgrade. That's another common question. So you pay the difference between the tier that you bought, how much you paid for that tier, and the Pro. And that's the difference that you pay. But you pay the difference for what the price of Pro is. And so if there's no discount on Pro, then you will not get a discounted upgrade, which is a bummer. So you'll never pay less than what you have on Pro right now. It's awesome. Yep, that's right. There's the 40% offer is now gone. It is a 30% offer now. It just like 15 minutes ago. This is why I send so many emails. If you're watching this, you're like, my goodness, why does Kent send so many emails? It's because I always get stuff like this, and I'm sorry. But yeah, that just missed out. Um, there was something else I was gonna say about that, but it's gone on me. So um, yeah, is it possible to buy the course some other way? There's no installment plan, no PayPal, which is I realize that's ironic because I worked at PayPal, but I didn't build the platform. I don't make these decisions. I'm just telling you how things work right now, and the only available buying options are those on the site right now. Okay, and if you know the basics of JavaScript, should I buy this course? Is another common question. I have a blog post of what JavaScript you should know for using React. And if you read through that and you're comfortable with those things, then you're good to go. If you read through it and you're like, I don't get this stuff, then get comfortable with that stuff and then go through the Epic React material. You can still buy Epic React right now. I just would wait until you're more comfortable with that syntax before going through it. Yeah, just because it'll be a bit of a struggle and maybe not the right kind of struggle. Okay, so the rest of these, so those are all the ones that I added this morning from lots of common questions that I've been getting. There are a bunch of other common questions here, but I think I'm going to switch over to the Discord here, and you can read through all of this stuff as well. Yeah, like I said, we're going through this stuff as fast as we can. Yeah. Okay, cool. So let's see. Hello, Horacio. Examples on compound components pattern. Yeah. So you mean like actual real world examples? So if you go to Advanced React Patterns, this is the thing that you're going to be installing locally and running locally, but here's the production deploy of that. Go to Compound Components, and in here, it will explain kind of what they are. And for each one of the patterns, it shows real world projects that use this pattern, and so you can look at those. Like most of Reach UI is Compound Components. So like you've got an accordion that's Compound Components. See, bum, ba-da-dum. You've got, I don't know about the alert dialog, maybe. Yeah, you've got the alert dialog, that's a compound component. I don't think I think the dialog only has one component. Nope, looks like it is also, I think most of the time you're just using the regular dialog, but like lots of these are compound components. So those are some great examples for you, and I guess I will grab that and send it along into the Discord here. There you go, compound components. They're great. Sorry, you can watch this later, Arpan. If a best practice changes or you change my mind, yes, I am planning on keeping this content up to date for sure. Do you know when the video progress feature will come back? I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure they're aware of this. I think I may have seen a pull request to get that fixed. So I'm not sure. I think the team's working on it. Planning to note down my daily learnings as blog posts. That's awesome. Absolutely, 100%. Do it. Do it. Do it. At the end of every exercise, we ask you, okay, what did you learn? And we ask you to elaborate. I suggest that you don't have to fill out the form if you don't want to. I appreciate it if you do, but you don't have to. And honestly, at this point, I haven't checked yet, but there's probably like going to be thousands of those form fill outs. That's going to be hard to go through that stuff, but I'll try. But yeah, so you can do that elaboration and feedback and copy paste that to your own notes and then just make a blog post out of that. That would be awesome. Do that. Totally do it. Yes. Just like make sure that if you're using my examples that it's clear that those are my examples and that you didn't create them, because otherwise that's not cool at all. But yeah, that's awesome. The live stream is live. Yeah. Do you guys use a service? I think it's homegrown. I don't know. That's all Egghead stuff. Do you consider an option to toggle the exercise window in dark mode? Um, oh, I see. I know what you're talking about. So you're talking about this side. Yeah, so I would like it's bothered me too. Like I'm in the room with my kids and yeah, we're working through or I'm working on this and then I open one of these pages like bah! My kids are falling asleep. That's what I mean. Like as my kids are going to bed, I've got my laptop and then it's just super bright. Yeah, so unfortunately, here's the issue with doing stuff on the exercise side. Um, when you do dark mode, you have to apply class names and different things like that. And so you have to style things. And when you add a bunch of class names and you're styling a bunch of things, then that reduce or increases the amount of things that people have to work around as they're working on the exercise. And I really want to avoid doing that. And so that's why dark mode was never added to the exercises. But you've got the CSS file right there. You can make changes however you like. Bang important on all the things and make it dark. But I don't think that we're going to add dark mode to the exercises. I know I'm not a big fan of that myself, but it is what it is. I can't believe I have 3 of these open. Okay. Good. So, did I reach my expectations for launch day? I super duper exceeded my expectations for launch day. 100%. And Egghead too, like, we did not anticipate the response at all. This has been just it's been amazing. We have recouped our investment for sure. It was a big investment of time, and I've made up for that. So yeah, really happy with launch day. It's amazing. It's really cool. Yes, and you can trick it with your own CSS rules. But I agree with you, Lady Mashiro. I'm on the same page there. Discounts for users who already have testing JavaScript. Not a special discount, but like 30% off now is pretty legit. You've already got the Rocket though, so I'm guessing you've got a license as it is. You got the best discount available for sure. Is it update the content a priority or add new stuff when it comes? Yeah. I think updating the content is a pretty high priority. The nice thing is there aren't a whole lot of major changes in React. So like if there's like suspense will be the biggest thing. I've already got a workshop on that, and so it will be a matter of update that workshop and remove all the big text that says experimental because it's not anymore. And so yeah, that will be completely redone when suspense is launched. But like I don't expect to need to update like advanced React hooks or basic React hooks or anything. The only thing that I'll need to deal with is the like how the recommended import is changing. Where with React 17, which I thought was going to come out last week, but it didn't. But I did test and all the workshops worked fine with React 17. But yeah, they have the new JSX transform, which means you don't have to import React as a default import, and they recommend doing named imports for the for hooks and stuff. I'm thinking I'm probably gonna do a namespaced named import. I'm not sure, but in any case, default imports are not recommended for React 19 or 20. And I mean, it took 3 years to go from 16 to 17, so I'm not all that worried that people are going to learn this and be like, oh man, I'm doing it wrong. Like, default imports will work for a long time. So anyway, that's the only thing. Unfortunately, what that means is I will have to re-record every video because I'm doing default imports on every single one. So that is a bummer, but I'm not worried about that. Like the impact of having a default import is very low, so it's not a big deal. If there was a big change, then it would be a very high priority for me to get that updated. But yeah, as of right now, I don't see anything that needs to be updated. And so my current plan, once I finish updating testing JavaScript, is to add TypeScript workshop, which adding new material is a multi-month deal because I need to create a workshop for it. I need to deliver that workshop at least like 1 or 2, maybe 3 or 4 times, and then I need to record that and get that uploaded. So yeah, it's gonna take a lot to add new things, but that is the plan. I look well rested. Thank you, Alex. I don't really feel better rested. I don't know, maybe a little bit. Yeah, waiting for Epic React for 2 months. Yeah, I know. It was a long wait. Horacio, yeah, there it is. That's where you go. PPP members have access to possible updates, or will be another restriction. Yeah, so it depends on what we do. Like if we add bonuses, we do have a couple bonuses in mind, then those will, I don't make these decisions, so I'm just guessing that those will probably be limited as well. But like new material, just regular new material, you'll have access just like you have access to everything else. So yeah. Yep. Here, let me check you, Horacio. We've got roles. Yeah, so you don't have the Epic React Dev role. That is very possibly because the bot has problems. So let me just check that really quick. Info. Yeah, so the bot is up. But actually, this instance of the bot is not what adds the role to you, so it could be a problem with the endpoint. So here, I can actually test that out. Join the Discord. Let me open up the DevTools. We'll go to our network tab, and there we go. Go through the OAuth process, authorize. And here we go. We've got the Discord post. Did that come back already? Oh, it's still going. It's possible that, yeah, it's busted. I need to update this so it shows that there was an error. Because, yeah, it should show that, hey, it was successful, but it doesn't show any error state. So this is actually the only part of the whole thing that I coded up. And I didn't even code it up originally. Joel coded this up. But I actually can't run Epic React Dev locally because I don't have access to some of the things that I need to be able to do that. So yeah, sorry about that. This does happen. I'm not sure what the 502 is all about. Like we don't get a useful error message at all. We just time out. And I'm thinking that there's something we probably are going to need to do because we have to log in to Discord with every one of these serverless requests. So I think what I'll probably do is on my Heroku bot, the bot that is like running all of this stuff, I'll probably just listen for HTTP requests or something. I'm not sure. That'll be tricky. I need to figure that out because, yeah, I guess the serverless thing, sometimes it takes more than 10 seconds to log into Discord. I think that's what's going on. So, yeah, sorry about that. I'll give that a work, a bit of a try or fix or something. Okay, cool. Anyway, yeah, okay. So, yeah, any other questions? Let's just go there. If they're not, then I can just go back to my email. See, I haven't even looked at Discord yet. I did a little bit of Discord this morning, but yeah, it's been email and Twitter all morning. So yeah, sorry that I wasn't more prepared for today, for today's live stream. Just been a little bit busy. Okay, here we go. Which portion of the course did you find most challenging to explain? Ooh, you know what? Suspense list is really hard to explain. And honestly, a little hard to understand. Also, in suspense as well, is use transition. That hook, this actually has already changed in master, but they haven't published a new experimental version. So, but yeah, in use transition, and I show this in the instructions. So if you go to React suspense, and then we go to use transition. Then right in here, I show breaking change alert, that the current version of React totally removed a big part of this API, which actually means that these two, or this extra credit is basically useless because it interacts with that API. Unfortunately, this also means that the rest of the exercises, even though they don't actually deal with that code, the videos show that code, and so I can't update that stuff. But it doesn't really make a difference anyway because React hasn't published an updated version of the experimental React with this change. But yeah, so that is frustrating. Here's the change if you wanted to look at that. Yeah, we're just completely removing the suspense config. So if you're like, what the heck is he talking about? Just wait until you get to this and you'll know what's going on. But yeah, so I'm actually kind of glad about this because the original question was like, what was tough to explain? I'm actually glad because this was really hard to explain what was going on. I had to tell a little story to explain it. And I feel like I understand and I can explain it, but it actually didn't always work quite right. Yeah, so that was kind of interesting. Anyway, yeah, so that was a little tough to explain, but yeah, probably the biggest one is this last exercise, explaining how this loading happens. Yeah, I still need to figure out why that's happening. But I tell you in the videos, like, open this on an isolated page because it's too big for most people's screens anyway. But yeah, suspense list is pretty tough. I think the rest of it, like, I've given all this material so many times that I've nailed down how to explain things pretty well. So thank you so much, Jacob. Oh my goodness. And everybody who's been helping with the Discord, I can't thank you enough from the bottom of my heart, because the problem with Discord is that the chat just keeps moving up. And so, yes, I see that somebody mentioned me in some of these, but I have to like scroll up forever and somebody maybe already answered it. I don't know. And so it's like really hard for me to manage without just being here all the time. So I just am so grateful for this wonderful community that we have of awesome people who help each other out. And yeah, if you do need to get a hold of me specifically, then send me an email, because and Twitter is basically the same. Like I try to keep up with Twitter, but Twitter, yeah, it's just easy to miss stuff on Twitter too. So yeah. Anyway, that was just a bunch of things to say. Okay. Thank you so much. What up, Tony? Looking at the way the workshop repo is set up. It's been really interesting. Yeah, man. I've spent a lot of time on these workshops to make it so that I don't have to do anything on workshop day. I just show up and I say, run this script, and it all just works. Unfortunately, there were a couple of problems with some people on Windows. Looks like we've kind of dealt with those, and I think I might be able to make something work so that that's less of a problem for folks, possibly. It's hard to say whether I can make that work or not, but maybe. I think I should be able to make that work. So yeah, it is quite interesting. Wait until you see the Bookshelf app and the stuff that I did to make my automated process for that work, because it is something else, my friend. Okay. No amount was deducted. Yeah, that's something you'll definitely want to email support about. So you can check out the tech support channel here to get an idea of how to get support for stuff like that. Important React related topics that missed. Oh, I mean, yeah, that's a great question. So TypeScript is a pretty big one. A lot of people really want TypeScript. That was probably coming. Yeah, so accessibility is one that I'm probably going to add in the future. Localization, I'll probably add that in the future as well. I know a lot of people want React Native. I'm not the person to teach you React Native because I've never built anything with React Native. So I'm a web developer. So it's unlikely I'll ever add React Native. Yeah, let's see. Other things that are not. I don't cover frameworks, so like Next.js, Gatsby, frameworks like that. That's not covered right now. I do expect that I'll probably add something like that in the future, but nothing like that right now. Yeah. And the plan is to add stuff for sure. I'll be adding stuff here for a long time. Yes, and +1 to what Alex said. You're awesome. Yeah, they've been so awesome. Make sure you send your thanks. You say !, thanks, and then the names of the people. So Jacob, where's Jacob? Jacob and Daniel Miller for helping so much to solve people's problems here. And then that'll send them a nice thank you in the thanks channel. Where is that? Yeah, here it is. They'll get a nice thank you, and that's always nice. Eventually, we'll expand this a little bit to like have some sort of I don't know, tracking what your score is or what. I don't know. We'll do something because I think that's fun. I like that. Okay. Yeah, I've never taken part in a course where there haven't been setup problems related to Windows. Yes, that is a facepalm moment, but I want to be, one day I'm going to get there. One day we will arrive at the place where you don't have setup problems no matter where you are, but it is it. King Daro, you got a new profile pic. What up? Yeah, I try really hard to not forget that Windows exists, but I have a Windows box, little PC in my closet, but I never pull it out because I don't like it. So it's tough. Learned so much just from reading the source code. Yes, that's what I try to do. See, that's the thing. Like, I know not everybody can afford this, and so I want to make things open source so that people can learn stuff from that. So, and because that's on my mind, I try to make things, and the fact that I want this to be self-paced, I try to make things as good as possible, and easy to walk through and learnable. So, yeah, I'm glad to hear that. That's great. And accessibility will be awesome. That is high on my list. I think I probably have TypeScript, then accessibility, then localization. I think that's where I'm at right now. We'll see what the future holds. SSR is not covered, but I will probably add something in the future. I'm pretty sure that I'm going to add Remix eventually, and that will handle your SSR. I'm really impressed by Remix. Go take a look at their blog, remix.run. Read their blog. They've got some pretty awesome things coming up. Yeah, npx gist URL is pretty nice. Thanks. What the devil? Excited to learn with you all. Yeah, awesome, Diego. Yeah, no stuff about accessibility directly right now, but we are using accessible components like Reach UI, and so those just like come baked in with accessibility. So you'll like that. Yeah, a database. I need to have a database for the thank yous. Workshops should be Ubuntu friendly. So we have all of the workshops run on Netlify, which I believe is a Linux-based thing. They also run on Travis. I should have a thing for Mac, but like I run on Mac. But then we also have AppFair, which runs on Windows. So that like I have all of the setup scripts running on every OS. And so it should work everywhere. Sometimes it doesn't. Adding more content. Yes, I will. I've talked about that earlier, so you can scrub back. Is Epic React Dev open source? No, that is not. And I don't think there's any plans to open source it. But again, not my decision. That's Egghead's domain. Go back 5 years, and you're allowed to say one sentence to Old Kent. What would it be? Well, I kind of wrote a blog post about that. I'm not sure what it would be. It probably wouldn't have anything to do with coding at all, if we're being honest. I would probably say something like, I know you believe that relationships are important, but they're more important than you think they are. I don't know. Yeah, something of actual true importance. React Query discount link. You got it. HTTPS kcd.im/rq essentials. So we do have like 24 videos about React Query on Epic React Dev, but if you want to dive deeper, oh shoot, that doesn't work. Oh man, I just tweeted this. React Query essentials. Oh, I spelled that wrong. Maybe I just spelled it wrong. There you go. What did I spell wrong? Those two look the same to me. essentials and essentials. Am I? Oh, haha, I added a slash there. Whew. All right, I thought I was losing my mind. Okay, good. Sweet. I think, yeah, thank you, Sankar. We're like 15 seconds behind each other. So, all right, so we're wrapping up here. I think everybody's gotten their questions answered. So, thanks everybody. This has been awesome. I need to get back to answering people's questions. Thank you so much for taking care of the Discord. This Discord means a lot to me. I didn't expect it to be as important to me as it is, but it is. It's awesome. So thank you all for making this Discord just a fantastic place to be. I'm glad to have you here, and thank you for helping each other. I promise I will be back and be more active when we like handle all like this enormous influx of support requests and things, yeah, and then we can just rock on with things. Definitely don't miss the open clubs. I've noticed we've gotten a couple more open learning clubs. I love Cody right there, haha. And yeah, we've got a bunch in here now. That's awesome. Here, sweet, and the OG image has been updated. That's good. Yeah, so lots of opportunity there. If these schedules don't match up with what you want, then that's a cool thing about being a club captain is you get to decide what you want. So go create your own club. You can learn all about that in the club discussion. There's this link right here. You can ask questions of other people, and if you create your own club, then you get added to this club captains, and you can talk with other club captains, and it's great. You know, talk with people, get ideas and stuff. So it's a lot of fun. It's really cool. And I'm excited for you to go through things together. It really can be like a legit, actual, real workshop where you're not just sitting in somebody's basement or something. So that's cool. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. That's good. Okay. Thanks everybody. And we'll see you around. Let me think what else we've got going on that's exciting. I do have another live stream I'm planning on, not tomorrow. Yeah, see, we actually changed the launch schedule, so this is probably not going to be the final live stream. I'll probably do more, and I'll get these added here when I find the time. But yeah, just stay tuned and stuff, and it'll be good. I'm gonna close off permissions on this thing right now, so no more sending messages in here, and I'll turn it back on tomorrow when we do some more live streaming. Thanks everybody. Peace. Have a nice day. And I gotta close this thing out. I need to find a faster way to get to this. All right, bye.